I just wanted to welcome you to the space and kind of a little bit of a rundown of what's going to happen. So for the next hour or so, we're going to have some live music, and then we'll hear a few words from some beautiful speakers. And yeah, so enjoy yourself. There's food around, there's water around. There's also, we've put a little bit of money at the cafe on the corner, so you can go get a coffee on us as a thank you for coming down. But yeah, so this is Accomplice Collective, and they're going to be playing for you for the next hour with the beautiful Aria on vocals. But yeah, thanks for coming down.
We will keep coming out. It doesn't matter how many times the police come and try and move us on. It doesn't matter how many people drive by and say something stupid and racist. We will keep coming here because we're not free until you're free. And we will keep fighting for that freedom.
Refugees are welcome, racists are not. Refugees are welcome, racists are not. Refugees are welcome, racists are not.
Cruelty of holding these people for 7 years. 7 years. It is. Shame, it is. Yeah, it is. How shameful it is.
Shame.
As we all know, they're unjustly locked up in this venue here. You know, they merely, the crime was to seek freedom from fear and persecution. That was the only crime. They came here to seek life, freedom from fear. But they met with what? Shamefully, uncertainty, deception, intimidation, rejection, discrimination, dehumanization, and a few other sins along this line. That's what they were faced with. And you know how they feel? I know this because I have gone through this. And I was even sold to slavery by the government officials in a country where I was seeking refuge, where I was seeking asylum, running away from persecution, which is mounted to genocide. I am a Rohingya. And here we have some Rohingya. Can we make some noise for the Rohingya brothers there? These Rohingya brothers here fleeing a genocide that is committed by the Burmese regime. And Australia is complicit. Australian government is complicit in the genocide against Rohingya because Australian government is not only funding the military, but they're giving them training and giving them weapons to kill innocents. And when they run away to save their life, right? To escape, come here. When I was asked here, why do you choose Australia to come to refuge? I did not choose. I wasn't aiming, oh my God, I'm going to Australia. No, I was running to save my life, like anybody here who are running to save their life, and they come here to seek a life that you and I have taken granted for. And this government has reduced these brothers and sisters in their different camps to merely a policy piece, a political issue, to defame these people, not only defaming them, also deceiving us, manipulating us. In our name, they're detaining them and making us believe this is to protect our sovereignty. Shame! 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 And deceiving us, say, in our name, in the name of security apparently, shame! Shame! For deceptions. For this reason, my brothers and sisters, this has to stop. This cruelty has to stop. Injustice everywhere, anywhere, in any shape and sizes must be stopped. And we are here to stop, to prove that we will stand against this injustice. I am committed to this. Are you? Yeah! Are you committed to this injustice? Yeah! To end this injustice. Brothers and sisters, please contact the organizers here to take this movement to different level. We must end continuation of detention of innocent people. We must end it. Please, the regulation has to start here against the cruelty of the innocent human lives. Thank you very much.
That was really powerful. Yeah, tearing up a bit. Thank you so much, Sujauddin. That was really incredible. Next up, I'd just like to invite Beatrice, if they're around. Tell us a little bit about their family story and how they came to Australia. So yes, join me in saying welcome to Beatrice.
Beatrice!
Hi everyone. I was asked to do the speech this morning, but I just want to start by saying I come from a long legacy of strong women in my family. My family left my country, my homeland, Sri Lanka. My village is famous for the stubborn mist that lingers in the mountains and for its famous silk saris. And my country broke out in a civil war. It's a very long history in itself, so I won't share the very long story that it is. But in summary, it's a common story of ethnic tensions, and instead of recognizing the real evil that is British colonialism. My family never speaks about the violence, you see. In my culture, we never speak about the violence. The silence speaks for us. It echoes in a void and we leave it there. But from the bits and pieces that I hear from family members, from aunties, from grandmothers, my family made the hardest decision in their life to leave Sri Lanka. They left because people had been burnt alive in the streets and nameless faces suddenly became neighbours and family members. My mum still tells me she remembers the smell of burning flesh today. Like I said before, I come from a long legacy of strong women. My ancestors did everything to bring me to Australia. My family crossed oceans for me to live a free and happy life. And our government, our Australian government, has not given the men inside here today the same opportunity as my family got. Everyone here today has come to Australia in some way. The only people who have been here from the beginning are our First Nations folk. Nobody can be illegal on stolen country. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Beatrice. So the plan was for me to also talk about my history, but I think I might save that to another rally if that's okay. I just feel quite emotional, and yeah, I think that we'll leave that for later, and yeah, you'll have something to look forward to. So come to the next rally and hear me talk some more. I just wanted to talk a little bit about the blockade, and can I just see a raise of hands of who hasn't signed up for a shift yet or has never been here before? Yeah, no one. Yeah, hell yeah, that's awesome. So we'll just talk a little bit about what we're doing here. We have a 24/7 blockade outside the detention centre. We're trying to keep an eye on all gates at all times to stop the transfers of any of the men inside to a high security prison, so to Baida. And I would just like to encourage everyone to please talk to your community. So the next step from here in our strategy is to get more and more people involved, and not just radical people, not just people who are willing to step on the road. We need the whole community to start coming to this and to start supporting us in any way that they can. So through social media or through finance or whatever that they can do. And I just want to leave you with a little bit of a exercise, I guess. So for the last 3 years, I've been living in my car here, and I've had a lot of reflection about what the last 7 years have been to me personally. The men inside have been detained for at least 7 years. So just later today, tomorrow, whenever, just look back at the last 7 years and see what's happened. So for me, there was so many important life stages that I went through. That these men just they've just been imprisoned that whole time. You know, I went to high school, I went to university, I fell in love, I got my heart broken, played my first festival, learnt a new instrument. All that stuff that we just take for granted, these men in there have not experienced any of it. They have not seen the Australian bush, which I call my home now, and I think that that's a crying shame. That's such a shame. Australia is a beautiful land, and it does not belong to anyone. So yeah, I would like to, maybe someone would like to lead a chant. Or maybe I'll do it. I'll do it.
You do it. You do it.
All right.
You do it.
Free the refugees!
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 7 years too long! Free the refugees!
7 years too long!
Free the refugees! 7 years too long! Free the refugees! 7 years too long!
Free the refugees! 7 years too long! Free the refugees!
7 years too long! Free the refugees! 7 years too long! Free the refugees!
7 years too long! Free the refugees! 7 years too long! Free the refugees!
Thank you so much. Thanks for being here. So, next up, we're going to have DJ Aria play some really sweet Persian and Arabic tunes. So yeah, hang around, have a lot of dance. We've also got, as you can see, hearts lined all along the walls, so take part of that. On the other side, on Lockabye Street, we have some art stuff going on, face painting and whatnot, so yeah, get involved. And after that, we're going to go down to the garden. So we've made a garden down at Raymond Park, mainly to show that, at 3 o'clock, yeah, so 3 o'clock, we're just going to go down to the garden, have a little mass planting event. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the music, and yeah, come back, stick around. Thanks.